Yeah.
That's a lot of work to put together.
I'm not worried about that end of it. So
Oh, I know you're not.
you get, so there's a lot of takeaways. There's a lot of takeaways that you can get from something like that. Number one is the proximity you are to your microphone. So you're way back here. I'm not worried, as you obviously can hear. So the audio changes a little bit. And then if you're worried about other people in the house hearing you, then everything changes even more. And you're very, then you're very light. And I can see a lot of you leaning forward. Is he speaking? Number one is, as opposed to speaking into the microphone and at a volume that we normally sing at, where you can be heard nicely. Small things to think about while you're recording, while we're doing this. The other thing to think about, of course, is diction. Like I said in the original introduction, your audience is inches away, or call it feet if your phone is sitting on the counter. It can hear you just fine. Enunciation is a rather good thing because it's going to pick all that kind of stuff up, and I can use that in the computer as reference points during the editing process. So like if we're all singing "Hark, Herald Angels Sing," I can use those as reference points to bring everything back together. Because one of the things I've noticed that we're doing is some of us are wearing headphones, some of us are not. And I'm noticing that the ones who are not are delayed in their singing because they're listening, they're trying to listen, so they're focused on listening as opposed to there we go. So they're focused on listening as opposed to singing. So they hear the piano being played and they're reacting to it. Just something to think about.
Bill, I didn't even know that we were recording anything.
Stacey!
I didn't know. I thought we were supposed to send you recordings of stuff.
You are supposed to send me recordings of stuff.
Oh, okay.
You goofball.
I didn't know.
We even talked about you coming here to record.
I thought we were just practicing. I didn't know
it is practice, but Mr. Calcary can't fix anything if he doesn't hear us.
Oh, okay. I guess
you're muted, Paulie. Unmute yourself. Big C, you're muted.
Is it okay? This is Paul. Alice.
Wrong, Paul. Calcary.
Okay, that's what I thought.
There you go.
That's actually the first thing I've heard of the group since we started.
Yes, that's the first one that's been heard. Yeah.
Okay, so what I heard was a little soprano. We need a stronger soprano. Really nice bass. Tenor and alto, very, very, very hazy. So we're going to have to all sing right out. I like Bill's idea about singing closer to the mic. Enunciation, diction is going to be the key thing, because if you say the words correctly, your rhythm will be perfect. If you don't say the words correctly, the rhythm's all over the place. The last thing is where you're ending the last note. Da 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 da. You're going da or da too long. You understand? Some are too long, some are too short. And every single time that we come to the end of those big long phrases or the end of the verse, we're all over the place. Okay. Well, why don't we stand up for a minute, stretch out. What I'd like to do is just run over some of the stuff we've already done. We're going to use that as a warm-up, and then we'll continue on with what we're trying to work on. Okay, so everybody stand up. Stretch up tall. Ooh. Okay. Rolling your shoulders forward one at a time. And reverse that, please. Touch your shoulder blades in the back, stretching. If it hurts, stop. And when you let go, don't let go real quick. Just kind of let the muscles relax forward. You're squeezing yourself tight in the front. Stretching, should be stretching in the back. Your lungs are actually closer to the back than the front. And relax into it. Nicely done. Going down, so fa mi re do. 1, 2, and
So fa mi re do. So fa mi re do. So fa mi re do. So fa mi re do.
Let it go right here.
So fa mi re do. So fa mi re do. So
And
fa
last
mi
one.
re do.
We'll just bring down the F. Good. Okay, going up the 5, down the 5 with a little jump. Using yaw. 1 and big breath and start now. Yaw. Jaw down. Nice big breath. Breath. Two more. Last one now. Okay. And don't be afraid to sing loudly. Not loud, but more loudly. Use more air. Let's see. Let's try Oh Tell Me. Oh, tell me. 1 and 2 and breath. Oh, tell me, how can I learn to sing the scale? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi. Mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi. Oh, tell me, how can I learn to... Ladies, go on. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Men start. Oh, tell me, how can I learn to sing the scale? Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi, re, do. Mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, re, mi. Mi, re, do, ti, la, sol, fa, mi. Last one. Oh, tell me, how can I learn to sing the scale? What's supposed to happen is the ladies take off, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, and then they continue on with the song, and then men come back in with, oh, tell me, later on. All right, very good. Everybody please sit. Thank you very much for joining us. Okay, let's go over the first Noel. We're going to just start right from the top. And what I'd like to do is just sing through the whole song right straight through, please. Let's all remember there's 3 verses, 1, 2, and 4. First verse is everyone. Second verse is ladies. Fourth verse is the men. Everyone sings the Noel part on the end.
And what's the piece, the number?
Number 2.
2. Okay, thank you.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2. Big breath. The first Noel the angels did. Diction. With a certain poor shepherds in fields. equal parts. Start now, please. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. Keep the tempo up. Ladies, they look it up. Sing right out, breath. We'll do a slight retard going into the Noel part, not very big. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. And we're singing verse 4, please. Tempo. This night drew nigh to the northwest, O Bethlehem, it took its rest, and there it did both stop and stay right over the place where Jesus lay. Tempo. Noel, 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 Noel. Born is the King of Israel. Keep the sound going right to the end. How'd that feel? Yes, good? Good, I'm glad. Let's go over number 3 in your book. Number 3, O Come All Ye Faithful. We're doing verse 1, verse 2, and verse 4, which is the Deste Fidelis. Anybody need help with the Latin? I don't think so.
No, Paul got a question on page 2, the first Noel. We're all singing melody except for the bottom stanza, right?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yeah, I just moved my music on the right side with my snow, the cold. All right, I got to get the brightness, and that's what I was doing, was moving the brightness around. Okay, gotcha.
All right, so 1, 2, and 4.
Yes.
And everyone's singing all the time. There isn't any split between the male and
I think you unskipped it. It's got no.
Paul, you muted yourself. Paul Calcari, you are muted.
You're muted, Paul.
Yeah, I tried that, and then Carl Calcari shut his off.
Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him. Oh, come let us adore him, Christ the Lord. Starts right on beat 1. Count 1, 2, start now. Sing, choirs of angels, sing in exaltation. I'm going to start singing alto. How was that? Yep, good. Okay, let's continue the review for a little bit. Aloha Rose, number 13, please. Now, Aloha Rose starts right on, no introduction, first and second verse, and very important that there is no interlude. There's no instrumental music between the first verse and the second verse. Okay? One, two, and on that particular one, you need a lot of tone quality. You need a really low jaw and very, very forward motion out of the lips. How's that going with the parts?
Question for you, Paul.
Yes.
Do you think it might be advantageous to replay the recordings that everyone has sent in to possibly give them the opportunity to sing in more of a collected sound?
I like it. Yes. Yeah.
The downfall is I have very little piano. So just so you guys are aware up front. Hang on. Whoops.
Does the noise go into the bottom where the power connects to the iPhone?
I'm sorry, say that again.
I've got this iPhone, my iPhone 7 or 8 or whatever, and does it go in the bottom when we're singing it on my iPhone?
We're not recording right now. What he's going to do is play back something we did previous.
Okay. All right.
But
Thank you.
he's asking where the microphone is in the iPhone. Is it near the bottom where the power jack is?
I believe it is. Look at the very top of your phone and see if there's a small hole in the top.
No holes in the top.
So
It's got a case on it. It's got a case on the top.
Connector, if it's a lightning connector, which is that real narrow one, then that controls your microphone too.
Okay.
That has both the speakers and the microphone in it.
I think they will lose that. We'll try it and go with it.
All right. Mr. C, what song you want to do?
I thought you were gonna play Loja Rose.
I most certainly can.
That one's very difficult, especially where the soprano and the altos go. I can hear soprano singing a lot of the alto part. We got to be careful of that. Okay, so let me just review real quick what the melody is for the soprano. Stems going up. Now it repeats. Two beats. Now here. Now you stay on that low note. You don't go no, no, no. That's the alto. Two beats, two beats. When you're on that beat 2 to 3 and 4 to 1, where you have the two half notes, that's really, really essential. Alto, where you have the word root and the word world and the word cold. Those three spots are your real shining moments. Let's just try this one more time with just all of us.
Paul, would you mind doing the alto one time quickly?
No, not at all.
Would you mind doing the alto?
All right, this
Thank
is
you.
the alto part. And two beats. Here. Repeat. Two beats. Here. Motion. Count. Your stems, when there's a change, always go down, or you're the bottom note. Did that help? Good. All right. So let's try the four of us. The four voices, please. One, two, and up. Second verse. Okay. Hopefully that went a little better. All right, let's try one that we haven't sang this year. And this one will be probably the most difficult one that we're going to be doing for this semester. Go to number 40, please. Angels We Have Heard on High.
Did you say 40?
40. 40.
Good, thank you.
I
Okay,
think
let
of
me
this
get.
song in two different sections.
Oh yeah, this is a nice one. I like this
The
one.
first section is the first two lines or the first two stanzas.
Yep.
And then the Gloria section is its own thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
So no.
Let's just try this together. Paul, you're going to have to mute.
Mute. Yeah, I'm sorry.
You're going to have to mute. Yeah. Here's your four notes. It's quick tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's the whole enchilada. So what we're going to do is let's just take everybody through their parts. We're going to take just the first two stanzas first. So we're on the regular verse part. Now, sopranos, you're the only one on the second measure, the fourth measure, and the sixth measure that has a dotted quarter note, eighth note. That's a longer note going to a short note. Everyone else is perfectly even. You're the only ones that have that. Angels we have heard on high, right there. Heard on high, heard on high. Make sure that you're singing that perfect rhythm. Sweetly singing o'er the plains and the mountains in reply. Everybody understand what I'm saying? Now, altos, you start meter beating. with the rest of us. We're all meter beaters except for the sopranos. Angels we have heard on high, sweetly singing o'er the plains, and the mountains in reply, echoing their joyous strains. And that's going to be up the octave. And together it sounds like this. 1, 2, listen, and okay. So let's take the altos by themselves for a second. Okay. 1, 2, please go. Now notice the first strain and the second strain, or first line and the second line is exactly the same. Okay. This is the tenor part. Tenor part's again a meter beater part. 1, 2, listen, and so going on the second strain, starting on the D natural, listen to the notes. This goes up by half steps, and 2, and very, very important part to the harmony. Very, very important. And this is the bass part, please. 1, 2, and up. Perfectly logical, absolutely straight. Together it sounds like this. 1, 2, and up. Stop. Tenor bass.
Oh, tenor bass.
Just tenor bass. 1, 2, tenor bass. Okay. So let's try those first 2 lines, the verse part with all 4 voices, please. This is everyone. 1, 2, please go. Okay, very good. Now the next 3 strains, the next 3 lines are completely different. I'm going to start off with the men, please. This is the bass part. The bass part is the most logical. It actually rhythmically is perfectly straight. And where you have to be a little bit cautious is where you have an accidental. That's a sharp or flat or a natural. You have a lot of sharps in there. This is the bass part for Gloria. 1, 2, and up. Okay. And you have to keep pure. When you're singing all that Gloria, I'm talking to all 4 voices, please. I'm talking to the basses, but I'm literally talking to everybody. The pureness of the You have to stay all the same all the way through. You can't contort the vowel. The vowel can't move in and out, sideways, can't do any of that. Tenors, you have a lot of off the beat stuff, or where strong beats are beat 1 and beat 3. They move the tenor a lot on beat 3, on beat 2 or beat 4, or they have you hold in odd ways. This is the tenor part. The weakest beat is beat 4. And right off the bat, you move up to the high E on beat 4, which means you have to accentuate that. Otherwise, it sounds like a mistake. Don't kind of slide into it. Don't be timid with it. Be very demonstrative, brave. Go up. Okay, this is the tenor part. 1, 2, listen, and let's take the tenor and bass part together, please. You're singing. 1, 2, please sing and go. How'd that go? That's the most difficult one that we're doing. So we'll kind of keep working on that. Alto, you have the most delicious part of the whole piece, and it's that Gloria part. You have those intricate rhythms. You also have the sharps and naturals. Gloria. I don't mind you stopping for a microsecond before you go into the sharp. Gloria. In excelsis Deo. Gloria. Excelsis Deo. This is really important, alto. When you're on the 4th line down, in excelsis Deo, listen, in excelsis Deo, when you're on 3 measures from the end, 3 measures from the end, different. In excelsis Deo. That distinguishes going back into it as opposed to ending it. Okay, really important there. Let's take the alto, please. Stay on the O. 1, 2, and go. I know you're all on mute, but I didn't hear a single mistake. Okay, and then soprano. Keep the 8th note glow. Now you have to make your voice go into that. Don't just kind of bop along with it, but make your voice go into it and make the awe envelop the rhythm. 1, 2, sing, and now. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Gloria in excelsis Deo. Let's take soprano and alto again together. 1, 2, please sing. Let's take all of us on the Gloria part. This is all 4 voices, please. Tanner, when you come up to that beat forward, be brave now. 1, 2, 1, 2, start now. Nicely done. Okay, so we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to sing the first and second verse, and you're going to have a 3-measure interlude between the first and second verse with the piano. Be da 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 da. Second verse and ba da. Okay. Should we be recording, Bill? Okay, everybody take out your phones, please. Set up your record. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Everyone's going to clap. 2, 3, 4, and then Mr. Rogers is going to start. It's really essential we clap together. I'll count 4. 1, 2, 3. Everyone clap. 2, 3, 4, and then he'll play. Push your red button. We're recording. One, 2, 3, 4. Clap. 2, 3, 4. Verse 2, shepherds. 1, 2, big breath, go. Diction. How'd that go?
Did anyone else have a fast and a slow thing going on during the first recording part?
A fast and a slow?
Yeah, it was like the piano was going normal, then it went really slow, and then it sped up like it was doing double time. So I just stopped because it was silly.
I had a little glitch.
Okay.
Yes, so did I.
Okay.
You know what? That's why we rehearse. If we were perfect, we'd be going to Carnegie Hall right now.
No, yeah.
Nobody would be there, but we'd be going.
Yeah, yeah. Okay,
Okay.
thank you.
Let's
Okay,
try
is it your intent to do just 2 lines, 2 verses of it?
Yes.
Okay, that's what I wanted to
Verse
find
one
out. Thank you.
Verse 2. It would really behoove you to have a pencil and just kind of mark this stuff, verse 1, verse 2, you know, those kinds of things. Just verse 1 and verse 2 with a 3-measure interlude in between. Let's try this again. It is absolutely essential that we get the clap in. Again, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, clap, 2, 3, and piano. Okay? So everybody get your hands.
Paul, may I ask you, can you take your snowball?
Yep.
And can you put it on top of the microphone, on top of the piano while we're doing this? So when I put all this together, it will have its own track. Awesome.
Okay.
Also, before you start, please give us each our note.
Sure. Put your hands ready. Push your red button. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hopefully that went a little better. Okay.
I don't think something happened here with this. It was zeros when I just got here. Any chance of doing it again?
Rehearsal will be posted on YouTube. You can always record it at your leisure.
Okay, you can actually record it on your own again.
Mr. C, you're going to have to pull the snowball back up in front of you.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks. Okay. To end tonight, why don't we just go to number 15, please?
Okay,
We wish
back
you a
to
Merry
15.
Christmas.
Okay.
Let's remember the first line and a half, up to Good Tidings, we're singing in unison. Everybody's singing the melody. Starting on Good Tidings, we sing the harmony parts, all 4 parts. When we go back to We Wish You a Merry Christmas for a second time, we're singing all 4 parts. Why don't we try to record this? You're going to have an introduction. Be dum ba da 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 dee bum ba da bum 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 bum. Everybody push your red button. You're going to be clapping with me. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Thank you very, very much. We're done for this evening. I want to thank you very much for joining us again. Again, we're just trying to get a little bit better and just add a little bit more each week. And we'll just keep reviewing. And by the end of this, hopefully we're going to be aficionado. Rocky.
Did anybody else have Zoom drop out? I had it dropped out on me and wasn't responding, and a couple of times tonight.
Yeah, it seemed to freeze up on me also.
I mean, I tried to unmute once to ask a question, and it just said the swirly thing started going, and it said Zoom was not responding. So eventually it came back both times, but I couldn't hear you. And
how's your internet at the house?
It's okay usually.
Yep.
I mean, it's Comcast. It's usually about 100 up and 100 down and 5 or 6 up. So it's usually pretty good.
Plugged into an Ethernet cable or Wi-Fi?
Wi-Fi right now.
Well, if you can be plugged in, being plugged in is the fastest.
Yeah. Okay.
Also, if you haven't updated your Zoom lately, you might try to do that, because sometimes I was taking piano lessons over Zoom and some days it didn't come through well. Then I updated, and so did the piano teacher, and it came through better. If you haven't done that, you might try that.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Coincidentally, on the website, when I was loading up for tonight, it says Zoom 5.0 is here. So there is an update available.
All right. Scott, we'll see you tomorrow at 10.
Okay.
Thank you very much, everybody. I love being with you, and I appreciate you being with me.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Paul.
Thank you.
Thanks, Rosie. Good night.
Have a great week, Paul.
Hey, Scott.
night.
Hey, Scott. Hey, Scott. Hey,
Good
Scott.
night, everyone.
Yes,
Yeah, could you call me at home,
sure.
Scott?
Tomorrow?
Okay.
Tomorrow or tonight?
Call me when you get off here. Just call me here at my house right tonight.
All right. Okay.
Okay. Yep. Bye.
All right.
Thank you, everybody.
Okay,
Thank
bye-bye.
you.
Bye.
Night.
Bye.
Okay.